Hey guys, it's Paz back here with another Brave Frontier Heroes video. Today I thought I'd cover all the different items in the game and what exactly you can do with them and what they're for. So let's jump into it here. So the first thing I thought we'd cover is spheres and exactly what they are, what you do with them, and what the differences are between original and a replica. As you can see here, the top are all the original spheres that I currently own. Um, you know, common, uncommon, rare, and there's epic and legendary as well. And then there's also novice, which is it's a original. You can level it up, but you cannot trade it. And then the rest here are replicas. There's replica A, B, C, D, E, and a F as well. So, and you can tell by the color, and they're worth a different amount of experience points, and I'll explain what that exactly means. So let's say I wanted to go to this demon gun here, which is an original sphere, and you want to level it up. In order to level it up, you're going to have to use your replica spheres to level it up. So you're going to hit this composition button here, and then scroll on down, and you click on which ones you want to use. A replica A is going to take this from level 1 to level 6. A replica B is going to go from 1 to 4. So depending on the rarity, it's going to be different experience points for each. So we'll click back out of here. Another little tidbit I thought I'd add is, let's say you want to level up this demon gun, hit composition here, and let's say that you get the error code or the message that says, hey, you have too many replica spheres, you can't hold anymore, you can't gain anymore. That number is actually 300 or 305. It kind of depends. But what you're going to do is you could go to batch selection here, and let's say you go F, E, D, and you hit select. It's going to select all those replicas of that rarity and just put it into one for you, instead of having to go through and click each individual one, which can take a lot of time. So if I did all that, it'd go from level 1 to level 38. So that pretty much covers the spheres and what you can do with them. You can use, let's say you go back to the demon gun, and you can actually burn a original sphere. So let's say if I took this uncommon crown here, it'd go from level 1 to level 33. So you can do that. I think it takes about 50% of the actual EXP that this currently has. But you can do that as well. So what you could do is you could go on the market. You could buy a leveled up common or uncommon that's, let's say, level 50, and you could level up a rare, an epic, or a legendary a little faster than maybe grinding through all the quests. So the next thing I thought I'd cover is the item list here. So these are extra potion and high potion and just potions here. So what that's going to do is it's going to increase your stamina. Let's say you're down to 0 stamina, you can use an extra potion, restore 100 stamina, but they do expire after a certain point, so you can't just hoard them all. If you go to high potion, that's 30 stamina, and a normal potion is 10 stamina. How do you earn these? You actually can earn them through, let's see, go through here, go to your land edit, and you can earn them through base camp. If you hit depart here, you can actually earn a high potion and potions here. And then also you're going to also earn them from your Demon Slayers campaign or your land territory campaigns throughout the month. If you donate enough Zell, you're going to gain these potions that way as well. So now we'll go back to the item list. And the big question I think a lot of people might be asking is, what is a refresh status ticket? So if you click on that, refresh status ticket times 7, I have 7 of them, and then the ticket to refresh status 1. So what does that really mean? I'll show you what that means. So you're going to go back to your assets, and you're going to go to your unit list. And so what these are going to do is you're going to re-roll your stats of your unit. So let's say I look at this level 77 here. It's not maxed, so you can't actually click on the refresh status button. It has to be a max unit. So we'll go back. Go back there and go back to unit list. So if you click on a unit that is max, so a rare is max is level 80. So let's look at Piercing Taser here. And then you do the refresh status button. It's now highlighted. So if you go ahead and click that, so normally it's going to cost you experience points to re-roll the stats of this unit. It costs 2,000 experience points. But if you hit this button here, consume status, refresh ticket, that goes away. You actually get to keep all your experience points. If you use the experience points, you're going to drop down a level. So from level 80 to level 79, you're going to have to grind your missions again or your quests again to gain that experience back. So if you go here and hit OK, it would actually re-roll the stats. So that's kind of what that's going to do. Maybe I can go back over here and we can do one here. Let's see. Sure, why not? Let's try out 6 gear here. We'll hit refresh status, and then we will consume 1 ticket. So first, let's take a look. We have 921, 859, 905, 102. Those are your stats for attack, strength, magic, agility. Here's your HP and defense. So we'll go back. We're going to consume 1. We'll hit OK. And so this is what it's going to look like. You're going to refresh your status. I got to keep my level up from 80 to 80. I gained quite a bit of HP, but I lost a lot of attack, magic. But I gained some defense, some lost strength, but I did gain some agility. So, it's kind of a crapshoot. It could either help you or it could hurt you. Like I said, I gained a lot of HP, but I did lose a lot of my attack. So this kind of depends on what you want to use the unit for. So we'll go ahead and hit OK. You can do that as many times as you want. And you don't have to use the tickets. You can go back and you can lose the experience points and then grind again and gain that experience points back. So let's go back to our assets, the item list. And how you're going to gain these tickets is through the base camp. Go to land edit here, base camp, and depart. And as you can see, here's the available rewards. And that's where you're going to gain your refresh status tickets. So we'll go back to the item list. And your metal ingots. These are going to be for leveling up your units as well. There's F, E, D, C, B, and A. They're all worth different amount of experience points. You can sell them for Zell, but I think majority of people are probably going to use them to level up their units. And I'll go ahead and show you how you do that as well. So you go to your unit list here. And let's say I wanted to level up Assassin Obero. The important thing to remember with ingots, you have to use the same element to level up. So I can't take my dark element ingots and try to level up, the green or the red element. You have to stay with the dark. So you go to composition here, and you can, consume them just kind of like a replica sphere. If I used all 14 of my dark ingot A, I go from 49 to 62. And then you hit the fuse button and you would level up that way instead of having to grind through quests. So we'll go back to our assets page again. And that should be it for all the items. You can gain these through, let's go here, through land quest is where you're gonna, you're gonna gain these at. You can do this one or this one's. These ones are from the land that I actually own. And that's pretty much where you're gonna gain them. You can now go to your land edit, base camp, and you scroll down. You can start to earn dark ingots or any of the ingots from the base camp as well. You just hit the D part and you have a chance to earn these as well. You're not going to gain A or B ingots, but you can get C, D, E, and F, as well as the tickets and the potions as well. So another thing I thought that I could cover here, while we're looking at all these different sphere and item lists, let's say you purchase a unit or a sphere off OpenSea, or someone gives you a unit or a sphere to your wallet and not in game, you're going to go to a sphere list, and then you're going to see the in-game tab and the out-game tab. So let's say someone gave you a demon gun and you're like, hey, I don't see it in my game. How do I get to it? You're going to hit out of game, and right here is where you're going to actually find it. As long as it's in the wallet that's connected to the game, that's where you're going to find it. So you could click, like right now I have these two out of game. You click one, it'll give you the detail, and then you're going to hit the transfer button. And then you're going to have to pay a small gas fee. Right now it costs me 31 cents to transfer it into the game. You'd hit confirm, and it's going to take a little bit of time to actually be imported into the game, but that's how you're going to go ahead and do that. Same thing as with a unit. You're going to go to your unit list, and in-game, out-of-game. Right now I have a Valiant Fist Gates. So again, you click on it, and you would hit transfer, and you pay the gas fee to transfer it into the game. All right, guys, so that pretty much covers everything I want to cover today. If there's any other questions or things you would like me to cover, leave them down in the comments or hit me up in Discord. I'm always happy to help out and answer any questions you have. So yeah, thanks for watching.